Hello YouTube, my name is Max Lowry. I'm an author, online coach and personal trainer. I specialize in helping busy women end the diet cycle and get sustainable results. If you'd like to learn more about what I do with my clients, join one of my free 5-day fat loss challenges by clicking the link below. For now, why don't you check out this follow along workout that's from my Bodyweight Basics program. It's for beginners, you don't need any equipment at all. All you need to do is put the video on, press play, and do exactly what I say for the next 30 minutes. I know it's lockdown 2.0 now and I want to do everything that I can to help. If I get enough comments below and you really enjoy this video, I'll release every single workout in the whole series on a weekly basis, so do let me know below. If you enjoy the workout, hit subscribe, hit like, and leave any questions you may have below. I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Welcome to workout 1 of the Bodyweight Basics program. This program is designed to improve your mind-body connection, increase muscle fiber activation, and get you a really strong foundation of strength. The only equipment that you need is a mat, a resistance band, and I've got my phone to use as a timer. Okay, so there's a warm up in this, there's 5 exercises that I'll show you as we go along, and there's a warm down. So all you need to do is do exactly what I tell you to. Okay, so the first exercise we're going to do is jumping jacks. I'm just going to set the timer for 60 seconds. In 3, 2, 1. Good, so nice and slow and controlled to begin with. Just going to gradually increase the heart rate, increase the body temperature, which is exactly what a warm-up is meant to do. We've just got 4 different warm-up exercises. Big, deep breaths the whole time. So we've got 5 different exercises today, and I'm going to demonstrate each exercise just before we do it. So you'll be in good hands, don't worry about that. Good, so we've got about 30 seconds left. Okay, I really want you to start thinking about that mind-body connection. Okay, that's so fundamental to this program, but also any other program that you decide to do after this one. Hopefully you don't annoy your neighbors too much. Fortunately, there's no one beneath me right now. Good, 10 more seconds. Heart rate should beginning to be increasing, as is your breathing rate. Good. So come to the edge of your mat. I'm going to start over here actually. Basically, you're going to go down, keeping your legs as straight as possible, touch the ground, walk forwards into a press up position, slap your chest on both sides, do a press up, and then walk back up with straight legs. Okay, so you're challenging your hamstrings. Again, walk forwards into press up position, slap your chest, keeping your core absolutely still, press up, walk back up, feel that stretch. Good, breathe, halfway, walk down into press up position, slap your chest, notice how my hips aren't moving, press up, then walk back up. 20 seconds left, walk into position, chest slap, press up, walk back up. So it's really good practice to keep your hips still, because that means you have to activate your core properly. 1, 2, press up, walk back up, and shake it off. Good, so body temperature is starting to increase, as is the heart rate and breathing rate. We're going to do some ab activation now. So lie down flat, take a few breaths, basically using your abs to curl your spine, contract those abs. You're going to hold for 2 seconds at the top, slowly come back down. Exhale as you go forwards. Tensing as hard as you can here. 1, 2, slowly come back down. 1, 2. Good, really feel the burn. Mind-body connection, tensing as hard as you can. Okay, so we're just getting that core activated. So ready to go for the first few exercises. Good. Tensing as hard as you can, keeping your lower back flat. Don't lift yourself all the way up, okay, because then you lose the activation. 1 more. And slowly come back down. Okay. Stand at the back of the mat, shake it off. Last warm-up exercise. Again, we're going to walk down into that press-up position. 1 foot forwards. Okay, we're just going to drop the elbow down and twist all the way up, like so. I'm going to do 30 seconds on each side. Okay, so my right foot is forward and my left elbow is going down towards the ground and then twisting off to the side. Good, then switch sides. Twisting to the other side, opening your chest up, feeling the stretch in the hip flexor and the glutes. Good, keeping breathing nice and steady. Good, 10 more seconds. 3, 2, and 1. Good. Okay, you should be feeling warm by now. It's going to take a few deep breaths. I'm going to pause this timer and get my interval timer ready. So I'm going to show you the exercises. The first exercise you should have seen in the tutorial, which is a hollow hold, which looks like this. Okay, keeping your lower back flat, contracting your abs the whole time. Okay, 40 seconds is quite a long time. Don't worry if you can't hold it for the full 40 seconds, just relax and go back into it for the time period. Okay, then you've got glute bridge, but we're using a band. Okay, so you're going to place the band around your knees, lie down flat, push through your heels, open the knees wide, encouraging glute activation, slowly come back down. Like so. Next exercise, you're going to keep the band on because we're going for squats. Like so. We're going 4 seconds down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze glutes at the top. Then we've got press up. Okay, but a proper press up, not any of these half press ups that everyone does. Okay, so we're going 4 seconds down, fast up. Nice strong core position. Make sure your back isn't sagging. 4, 3, 2, 1. Up, okay? You can do it on your knees as well if you like. Start off doing full press ups, but really focus on that slow and controlled movement going down. And the last exercise is a reverse plank. So your arms are completely straight. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. If you've got a history of shoulder injuries, be very careful with this one. You're just going to raise your hips up using your glutes and hamstrings, like so, and hold. To make it harder, you can have legs extended. I'm holding myself in position with my posterior chain, my glutes, my hamstrings. So those are the exercises. We're doing 40 seconds on, so 40 seconds of the exercise, 20 seconds off. So you've got a 20-second break in between each exercise. We're going to go through the exercises one at a time, and then we're going to repeat 3 times, and then we've got to warm down. Okay? So take a few deep breaths. Make sure you've got some water. I'm going to press the timer, and then in 10 seconds, we're going to start with that hollow hold. Okay? So get into position. If you hear a ding, that's just the end of the timer. Okay, so hollow hold first. 2, 1. Off you go. Okay, so the lower you have your legs, the harder this is on your abs. So don't worry if you hold your legs up here. You can also just bring your knees in towards your chest if you start to feel it in your lower back. This is a kind of a progression you could do, okay? But keep your legs straight. You're squeezing your quads to keep your knees straight. Big, deep breaths. We're halfway through already. Okay, you see me shaking. This is a hard exercise. My nervous system is really working, which is exactly what you want. Okay, make sure you're not relaxing down here. Okay, you're doing 2 things, contracting your abs, lowering your legs. A few more seconds. And relax there. Okay, so the purpose of this 20-second break in between is to allow your muscles and your body to recover properly. Because it's all about quality and technique. Okay, so we're going into the glute bridge next. So get your band on. Try and make sure it's not too twisted. But this one's really good for glute activation, posterior chain. Let's go. Push those knees out against the resistance of the band. Okay, try not to lift with your lower back. You're lifting with your glutes and your hamstrings. Big, deep breaths. Okay, you should be feeling nice and warm by now. I'm beginning to sweat. You might need to go get a towel at some point. Good. Okay, but this is mind-body connection. You're squeezing glutes the whole time. Don't just raise up and down like that. Not only does it look quite bizarre, but you're not going to be using your muscles effectively. Opening your knees against the resistance of the band is encouraging that glute activation. Good. You're going to stand up, keeping the band on. Big deep breaths. We're going for those squats next. Okay, so more glute activation, more posterior chain strengthening. It's really good. 4 seconds down, fast up. 4, 3, 2, 1. Squeeze at the top. Squeeze. Mind-body connection. I'm going to keep saying that because it's so important. Don't just be going up and down like that. You're not going to feel it. Slow and controlled. Squeeze. You can make this as hard or as easy as you like. Okay, make it harder by consciously squeezing the muscles as you do it. A few more seconds. Big deep breaths. There you go. Take that band off. Big deep breaths. We're going for press ups next. Okay, again, 40 seconds is a long time. Start doing full press ups. Go onto your knees if you need to. Okay, so 4 seconds down. Nice and controlled. Into a hollow plank at the top. So you're pushing yourself away from the ground. Use your breath. Inhale as you go down. Exhale up. Okay, doing things slowly is going to really improve that strength, that control. Okay, elbows are tucked in at your sides as you go down. Getting difficult now. Inhale down. Exhale up. One more. Slow and controlled. And relax there. Good. A few deep breaths. Going to go for that reverse plank. This mic's coming off. We'll just carry on without it. Okay, reverse plank. You can use this to get your breath back. Really good for posterior chain again. Bent legs is easier. Straight legs, harder. Squeezing hamstrings and glutes, not trying to lift with your lower back. This is a really good stretch for your arms, biceps, shoulders. Big deep breaths. Okay, you're halfway. Focus on your breath. Use this to bring your heart rate back down. A few more seconds, and that's the end of round 1. Good. Relax there. I'm going to grab a towel and my water, because those two are essential. Wipe myself off. Okay, so we're going to go straight into hollow hold in a few more seconds. Big deep breaths. Lie down flat. Hold. Really effective core strengthener. But don't let your lower back lift off the ground. Okay, so the lower you have your legs, the harder it is on your abs. If you want to make it harder, you can extend your arms like so. But I'd rather you do an easier position for the whole 40 seconds rather than stopping. Remember, if it's difficult, bend your legs. Make sure you're not relaxing down here. Keep crunching on those abs. Oh, feeling that. Okay, because you can make that as easy or as difficult as you like. Okay, so grab that band, make sure it's not twisted. Got that glute bridge next. Okay, hopefully you're sweating by now, because I certainly am. Glute bridge, off you go. Push those knees out. The combination of doing the glute bridge and the squat right after each other is really effective for strengthening and activating the muscles in the posterior chain, which are the hamstrings and glutes. And lower back as well sometimes. Big deep breaths, but remember it's that mind-body connection, actively squeezing glutes as you do it. Good, keep it up. Beginning to feel the burn now, which is exactly what you want. Good, you're gonna keep the band on. Remember, you've got those squats next. If you are drinking water, make sure you have small sips. Don't have massive gulps. Okay, shake it off. Still feeling the burn in my glutes, which is a good thing. Don't worry if you're not. As you go on in the program, you'll start to feel it more. Off you go, 4 seconds down. Fast up. Squeeze. Mind-body connection the whole time. Okay, you are pulling yourself into the ground using your muscles. Driving through your heels, making sure that your heels stay flat on the ground. Do whatever you like with your arms. I like putting them in front because it's kind of like a counterweight. 10 seconds. One more. And up. There you go. Good. Take the band off. Don't chuck it away too far. I'm going to have a sip at this point. We've got press ups next. Really small sip. Okay, into position. Off you go. Really controlled. I've got extremely long arms, so I've got much further to travel. Okay, but if you need to, you can do them on your knees, but still same thing, 4 seconds down. All the way down. Okay, full press ups, making sure back isn't sagging. Keep going. Few more seconds, all the way down. Down these long arms. Good, up you get. Shake it off. Look at the sweat on the mat, that's what you want. You want to be dripping all over the place. Okay, a few breaths, then we're going into that reverse plank again, which is a very effective posterior chain strengthener. Remember, bent legs, easier. Straight legs, harder. Feeling a really nice stretch down your arms. If you sit at a desk all day, this is a great exercise to cancel out that hunched position when you're sitting down at your desk looking at a computer. Big, deep breaths. That's it, nice, slow and controlled. You've got 10 seconds left. Keep squeezing the whole time. Don't just relax and sag. Squeeze, active position, isometric hold, really effective for improving strength. Good. That's the end of round 2. Okay, so we've just got one more round left of each one of those exercises, and then we've got a warm down. Whew. Okay, so we're going to that hollow hold last time. Straight into it. Okay, my abs are beginning to fatigue already, because the problem is when your abs are really good at activation, you get fatigued quicker. Whereas if you're not that good at activation, using other muscles, you don't feel the burn. Okay, so remember, do not relax down here. Okay, you want to constantly contract those abs. 10 seconds. Keep going, guys. It's burning right now. And, oh. Really feel that one. That's honestly one of my favorite core strengthening exercises. It's such a good exercise. And as I mentioned in the tutorial, it's the kind of basic gymnastics exercise that will get you to do. So this is going around your knees. Glute bridge, off you go. Nice and controlled. Feeling that glute activation. Focus on that breath. Move in time with your breath. Everything is controlled. You know, you're not just bouncing up and down. And then you've got those squats next, which are really good to do after doing this exercise because you're getting that activation here first. Making sure that you're not arching, lifting your lower back. Okay. Stand up in those squats. Try and make sure that the band isn't all twisted. God, look at the sweat all over that. Lovely. Quick wipe off. Last squats. Let's go. 4 seconds down and up. Okay, I'd rather you do a band that is a bit looser at first. Work your way up to more resistance on the band. Squeezing those glutes. Exhale up, inhale down. Squeeze. Focus. That mind-body connection. Really controlled. Bum beneath the knees, ideally. Good, shake it off. Take that off. It's the last time you're going to need that. Got press ups. A few deep breaths. Into position. And off you go. 4 seconds. Okay, push yourself all the way up. So you're right on your tiptoes. It's like someone has got a hook on your spine and is lifting it towards the ceiling. It's a really graphic image, isn't it? Sounds like torture. I promise you this isn't torture though. It's good for you. 15 seconds left. Remember, you can drop onto your knees if you need to, but you're still doing 4 seconds down. Such a long way with these long arms. One more. Good. Stand up, shake it off. Last exercise. Then we've got a warm down. Okay, look at that sweat. If you're lucky, this is going to go completely see-through, or maybe unlucky. Reverse plank into position. Big deep breaths. This is a really good exercise to get comfortable in. At first, it might be really uncomfortable down your arms, down your biceps, but as you keep doing it, you're going to improve that flexibility, that mobility, and it cancels out that hunched, rounded position. Squeezing those shoulder blades together. You're squeezing your triceps to keep your elbows straight. A few more seconds, squeezing your hamstrings, squeezing your glutes. And relax there. So well done, guys. That's the end of the workout, but we're just going to do some stretches for a warm down. So just bring your heart rate back down, take a few deep breaths, wipe yourself off. I'm going to get the 60-second timer up. Have a sip of water, because the first exercise we're going to do a pigeon stretch, which is really good for stretching the glutes. We're going to hold for roughly 60 seconds each side. I'm going to do 2 other exercises after that. Okay, so I'll start the timer when I'm in position. But press up position, bring your right knee to your right hand and your right foot to your left hand, like this. Ideally, you're going to have this foot as far forward as possible, but don't force it. I'm going to start the clock. The mistake people make when they do this, often in yoga, is they just fold over. That is not an effective way to stretch the glute. You want your belly to move forward towards your knee, not your chest. By doing that, you're keeping a good hip position and you're encouraging more of a stretch. So I want you just to breathe really deeply. Every exhale, relax deeper into the stretch. Have your back foot completely straight and your back knee as far back as it will go. Play around with the angle, you might need to move around. But every exhale, you're going deeper into the stretch. Okay, so you've got 10 seconds left. Then we're just going to go straight over into the other side. So in a second, we're going to go into press-up position, switch sides. Okay, so switch sides, back into that press-up position. Left knee to left hand, left foot to right hand. Push your back knee as far back as it will go. Admire all the sweat on the mat. Hopefully you're not sharing your mat with someone else, because that is pretty unhygienic. Okay, big deep breaths. Remember, don't fold over. Okay, I see that done all the time. It's not effective. Okay, you want to push your belly down into the stretch, not your chest down. And that works with many different stretches as well. You'll learn that in this program, how your hip position is really important. 20 seconds. Big deep breaths. 10 seconds left. And good. Just going to pause the timer there for a second because I need one other piece of equipment. Okay, so we're going to do a middle split exercise next. So you can do this flat on the ground, but it's actually a bit better to have something to sit on. I've got a foam roller. You can sit on some pillows. It could be a yoga block. Basically, I'm going to place this on the ground. I'll show you from slightly diagonal view because I want you to see my back position. You're going to have your feet as wide as possible. But the reason I'm raised on something is because you want to keep your back as flat as possible. You don't want to fold over like this, just like with the pigeon stretch. You want to keep your hips in the right position because that's going to encourage a deeper stretch and less stress on the lower back. So when you're sitting, get your feet as wide as you feel comfortable. Squeeze your quads. This is really important. You need to actively squeeze your quads so you can pull yourself lower into the stretch. So what I like to do is have my hands here and just kind of push my belly forwards. Okay, but I'm trying to keep my back flat. I'm not folding over. You may just feel it just sitting like this. Okay, this is a really good stretch for middle splits. If this was just a mobility exercise, I would be reaching forward, but because you're already fatigued, we're just going to hold it as a static stretch. If you feel any tension in the knee, just stop, take a few breaths, go back into it. Okay, but you should feel the stretch along here, keeping that back nice and flat. Big deep breaths. 20 more seconds. So I've neglected inner thigh flexibility for quite a long time, really working on it now. And it feels good. It's improving my performance in many different exercises. A few more deep breaths. And good. Just going to slowly come out of that position. Just bring our legs together. Shake it off. Okay, the last stretch, last warm down exercise is a chest stretch. So you're just going to lie down completely flat. No, you're not. Yeah, you are, sorry. Lie down completely flat. You're going to bring your right arm out to the side. And the angle at which your right arm is going to depend on where you're the tightest. Because what we're trying to do, we're trying to stretch our chest in here. So you're going to try and find an angle that works for you, that you're feeling the stretch. So you're going to place your hand here, and basically with your left leg, so you've got your right arm out, your left leg is going to twist to the side. Okay, and I'm going to adjust my hand position so I'm feeling a stretch in my chest here. Big deep breaths. I'm going to hold that for 1 minute. So if it feels really deep, you can come back, adjust, twist. Nice and relaxed. But this is a really good chest opener. Again, if you're sitting down at a desk, this is going to help to cancel that really restricted position out. Okay, if it starts to go a bit numb and burn, just relax, take a breath, go back into it. Okay, I'm just going to adjust here again. Just a few inches up or down could make a big difference to how effective this stretch is, but it's going to be individual for everyone. Every exhale, relax deeper into the stretch. Try not to tense any of your body up. 10 seconds left. I'm just going to go straight over into the other side. And switch sides. The left arm out. Good. Twist the other side. Again, adjust the position of your arm to maximize the stretch. Just focus on your breathing. Don't worry if this foot isn't touching the ground. Okay, I can just be holding here if you want. Don't force it, guys. Okay, you're fatigued already, you don't want to injure yourself. Okay, just keep adjusting that position till you find the sweet spot. Sweet is probably the wrong word to use because it doesn't feel that sweet. It's quite painful. But it's very effective for increasing that flexibility in the chest. 20 seconds left. Again, you can adjust. Now I feel it. 10 seconds left. A few more seconds. And then slowly come over. And we've finished. So I quite like to sit like this at the end of a workout, where I'm sitting down, because often we spend too much time in dorsiflexion with our toes pointing up and not enough time in plantar flexion. So this is a really good stretch. So just hold here, take a few deep breaths. And you finish workout number 1. Hopefully you enjoyed it. If you're following the whole program, really look forward to the progress that you're going to have over the course of 3 months. It's really, really effective, this program. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.